So, Dr. Tosin, how old were you when you were diagnosed, if you don't mind sharing?
I was 35.
35. Right. And
Hmm.
it's remarkable how, because this is a condition that, more than likely you're born with, how you can go your whole life without, this thing being caught, but also be able to excel and get through medical school and to be in residency. It looks like the pandemic was maybe the only on the coffin that just maybe pushed you to where it's like, all right, we just can't cope. But why do you think your diagnosis was missed for so many years?
So, number one, I think culture plays a large role in this, and you probably know this, but I'm Nigerian, and I what is ADHD? Anything mental health is just like, oh, what's that? And
Mhm.
our culture, there's a lot of, okay, just like don't claim that thing.
Yeah.
You can pray it away. It's not a real diagnosis, things like that. And over time, my parents have understood a bit more of what's going on. I kind of stopped explaining at this point. It's more of I tell people what I need because I'm
Yeah.
tired. I
Yeah.
can't I can't explain everything, but platforms like this, I think that's why it's wonderful because you can feel seen, you can feel heard, you can feel like, oh yeah, that's my sister, that's my brother, just in a different way. And we all kind of process or go through life with similar experiences. So looking back, I was the daydreamer, and we've
Mm,
seen through research that women are more likely to have the inattentive type where they're not disruptive in class. I was actually very obedient,
mm,
people pleaser, and quiet, and wasn't disruptive at all, but
wow.
was a daydreamer. And for that testing, I had to ask my mom and probe a little bit, like, oh, how was I as a child? And she would point out experiences with my grandma, like, you would take forever to lotion your foot.
Mm,
And one of the things that my ADHD coach slash therapist had me do, one of the exercises was to time each thing that I was doing in
yeah.
the morning so I could create my AM routine so that it actually was reflective of how long I was taking. It takes me 8 minutes to lotion my body. What
Eh,
I'm doing during that time, I can't tell you. So is it lotioning? I don't know. It just takes a long time for me to do things, and I don't register time the same way as
mm.
my sisters. I have two younger sisters.
Yeah, the time blindness, the time just escapes you. And to answer Shannon's question, it appears as if women do typically get diagnosed later in life. That's from what I've seen and what I've read. And what's in my mind, it could also be the delay between tasks, because like, in addition to making these videos, I've had to do so much research, primarily to help me set up my life. But I've learned that the when you're neurodivergent, specifically ADHD, when you go from task to task, there's a
Hmm.
delay in between each task that's longer than that of
Right.
a neurotypical person. So now I'm curious, before you lotion yourself, what do you do before you lotion yourself? If you know.
I get out the shower, and
Okay.
then okay, the next step is lotioning. And it could be 30 minutes later and I'm not lotioned. I really don't know what I'm doing.
Mm.
I wish
And-
I had some sort of big big brother situation to be like, this is exactly what you're doing.
yeah.
Maybe I'll go on my phone, or maybe I'm daydreaming, or maybe I'm going through my day. I don't know. I can't tell you.
Yeah, no, that's how it is for a lot of people, and time escapes you so fast.